Hi friends, I'm TTB and it's time for another mech purchase guide. The Hot Targets Fast Mechs and Cool Maps event is out. You can currently play Polar Highlands or Hibernal Rift for some MC bonus points. And of course, you can head on over to the store and actually pick up mechs for half the price, both MC and C-bills. So this is a perfect chance right now, guys, to pick up all those hero mechs that you always wanted to pick up for half price off. Or if you just want to complete your mech collection for 50% off on the C-bill prices. Do take note, mech bays currently are not on sale. That's why I always keep telling you during all those mech bay sales, when they're on sale, buy them. Right now, I would not recommend buying them. Wait until they go down to 50% again, and then buy just a bunch. It's always a nice idea to have like 10 to 20 mech bays empty. That way you can keep the collection going. Now, for the battle mechs that are available right now, we'll just go over what I think are really good buys. And I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. If you're looking for builds for these specific mechs, just use the search function on my YouTube channel or just go ahead and ask in my Discord. Discord address is in the description below. Now, Adder, maybe not. Arctic Cheetah, also maybe not. The Commando. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of nice commandos in there. People seem to really like the Commando 2D. The Death hero mech is also interesting if you're into commandos. For the Cougar, also not really recommended. Firestarter can be fun to play. Of course, I'm not going to go over all the mechs. I'm just going to focus on the hero mechs because these are bought by MC. If you spend a couple of million of C-bills, that is fine. That's not a huge issue. You can easily make those back. For the fleas, if you want to pick up a flea, I would recommend you pick up the Flea 20. That is the one with ECM and Mask. Really nice mech to play. Incubus, once again, not that many cool Incubus out there. Maybe the Incubus 4, you could run something like 6 medium lasers on that thing. It's kind of weird, but it kind of works. For the Javelins, most of you have picked up the Javelin 11A when it was free, so I'm not going to spend any more time on there. The hero mechs are okay, I guess. The Generals, yeah, I would say the same issue. Okay, but not too crazy. General 2C can be fun. Take the General 2C, the 2C variant, and literally you can build some insane stuff on this mech. You can go 6 SRM6 on a General 2C. It is super creepy. For the Kid Fox, now let's talk about the first one where I would say highly recommended. The Purifier hero mech. I highly recommend this mech. As you can see, it has high mounts for those energy weapons, and you can combine that later on with, for example, AMS. You can combine it with an ECM arm, and you can stay very safe with that. So Kid Fox Purifier, definitely worth a buy. On the Locust side, Locust Pirate's Bane could be worth a buy if you like Locust gameplay. Mistlings, not so much. Osiris, not that strong. Panther. The Katana Cat has a cool design, really cool design, and it can run 4 energy weapons and 1 missile slot. So you could go like a CT, SRM4, and then 4 medium lasers or something like that. It has a couple of cool things you can do. Also, it's got PPC velocity quirks out the wazoo. 40% velocity, 15% heat, and 10% cooldown. So not bad for a little Panther. Piranha hero mech, the Cypher, it's got 6 ballistics and 9 energy hardpoints. It's a little bit of a unique mix and match between the Piranha models that either have a lot of ballistics or a lot of energy hardpoints. Could be interesting and has a really nice paint job as well. The Raven, Hugin, not that interesting. Spider, the Anansi. You can run double AMS on this thing. That's the only thing that sets it apart. So if you want a fast double AMS mech that doesn't really do much damage, then yeah, you got the Spider. Now, here come 2 must-buys. 2 must-buys, I keep saying it like a broken record. Urban Mech K9 with the police lights on top, super strong light mech, and of course the Wolfhound Grinner with the ECM, also super strong and a lot of fun. If you don't want that, you could also go the Wolfhound 2, really solid mech with 6 energy hardpoints as well, plus AMS if you want it. Moving on to the medium mechs. Well, let's see what we have here. The Arctic Wolf. Arctic Wolves, some of these Arctic Wolves are battle mechs, and some of these Arctic Wolves are omni mechs, so it always pays off to go ahead and click on View in Mech Lab to see what's in there. For example, this thing right here is a battle mech, the Arctic Wolf 1. Moving on to the Assassins, some interesting mechs right here. Assassin 23, for example, is not a bad one. 26 also doesn't look too horrible. Dark Death is a weird one. I would not recommend him, although it's the only assassin that runs ECM. On the Blackjack side, Blackjack 3 is really nice if you want it with heavy PPC, for example. Blackjack's actually a lot of fun to play and surprisingly powerful. The Blackjack Arrow for 6 machine guns plus 2 large pulse lasers, interesting mech. And then you could go with something like the Blackjack, where is it? The 1DC can run 6 energy weapons, the 1X can run 8 energy weapons. These mechs are very tiny, only 45 tons, but they can pack a very mean punch. Do not underestimate a blackjack. You guys might remember the 1200 damage game. Yep, exactly that. Black Lanners, the bane of my existence. Well, you can think about getting a Black Lanner. These guys can be really, really powerful, especially if like heavy medium lasers striking from behind. But it's not my kind of cup of tea. But some people really love the Black Lanner gameplay with lots of energy weapons. On the Bushwhacker side, the High Roller, definitely not a bad mech, definitely not a bad mech. But if you just want to go Daka, then you can just go ahead and pick up the, which one is it? It's the X2, I believe. Nope. Let me just make sure I don't say anything wrong here. The S2 if you want to go for missiles. And then I believe it is the, let me see if it's the X2 right here for you guys. Right torso, left torso, and right arm. Yeah, that will work as well. Then you could go, for example, triple X2. Then we have the Centurions. Centurions are all nice mechs to learn how to torso twist, but I would not recommend any Centurions because they're slow, they're not that powerful. Maybe if they get some insane quirks at some point, but for example, the Yendo Wang, super cool lore mech, but it's running 2 medium lasers and an AC-20. What do you expect? Like at this weight class, at 50 tons, that is just a little bit under-weaponized. Cicadas, well, the X5 can be interesting with the ability to run missiles and energy weapons. We have run that with Strix, was very, very fun and very nice. There is also the Cicada 3M, I believe. Yeah, and this one can not only run Daka, it also can run ECM. That's the one we used for the Noisy Cricket in one of the latest videos. On the crab side, the Florentine is the only crab that can run 2 missile hardpoints. You could run MRMs on a crab, but I would also recommend you guys grab the crab 27, which has 5 energy hardpoints for medium pulse lasers and double AMS. Nice support mech. On the Dervish side, the Dervish Frenzy is a lot of fun to play. You can stuff a lot of smaller missile launchers in there and really go to town. So Dervish Frenzy also looks very, very nice. So that is, I would say, a recommended buy for style and for fun, not for sheer efficiency. Other Dervishes can also be quite efficient. For example, the 6MR can be a lot of fun to play. Also has 10% cooldown on missiles, for example, for MRMs. On the Enforcer side, if you want an Enforcer that runs ECM and Stealth, you could go for the Ghillie. It's a very unique mech. You run that thing maybe with a Gauss Rifle and medium lasers. Not bad, not insane, but also not bad. On the Griffin side, well, I would say the hero mechs I don't consider must-buys. The must-buy Griffin, and one of my favorite mechs is definitely Griffin 2N ECM and 4 SRM6 or 4 Streak SRM6 or 2 MRM30s. I will leave it up to you, but Griffin 2N with ECM, definitely a very, very powerful mech. On the Hellspawn side, the 72 Paralyzer is a fun mech to play. I would say if you don't have that and if you want to pick up a cool Hellspawn, then pick up the 72. Other than that, all the other Hellspawns are also not too horrible. Hunchback, well, the Gridiron, not bad, but also you don't see a lot of those. It has cooldowns on Gauss and Ballistics, so you get 20% basically off. But if you run this with a Gauss Rifle, you're limiting the amount of other weapons that you can bring, so it's kind of a hard mech to make work. I would rather recommend, especially for a new player, maybe grab the 4P with that insane ability to run 8 medium lasers or 9 medium lasers in that thing, or think about getting the 4SP, which has 10% missile cooldown and 10% missile velocity, and has these nice hard points, and you could use those for MRM launchers. Hunchback 2C, well, we have the Hunchback 2C basic, WX20, no ghost heat, a lot of fun to play, also can run LB20s. You've got the 2CA, which is the laser boat, and you've got the 2CB, which is the Lerm boat. All of these 3 are recommended buys, really, really fun mechs to play. If you want a cool skin, then go ahead and get the Death Wish. But that's just basically a differently colored variant that has like half Daka, half laser up top, and then also lasers in the arms. But the must-buys, I would say, if you like Hunchbacks, 2C, 2CA, 2CB. Huntsman, Packet, very, very solid mech. You can pick that thing up and combine it later on with other parts of the mech. Also, if you like Huntsman gameplay, that gives you a 30% C-bill boost. Other than that, you just pick up one. It's an Omni mech, so you can just mix and match your pieces as much as you want. Ice Fridges, yeah, moving on. Kintaro. The Golden Boy can be interesting. Is one of the few golden mechs still out there. Has a nice paint job. Is also nice and tanky. Can run, for example, good streak builds or good SRM builds or MRM builds. Nothing bad about this mech. Also has a nice set of crooks. For the Novas, you want to go ahead and pick up, if you just buy one Nova, you buy the Nova S. The Nova S has a AMS slot in the center torso, and then you combine that with side torsos from another Nova variant, because it's an Omni Mech once again, to get triple AMS, and then you can run, for example, 12 ER small lasers. Insanely good knife fighter / team defender. On the Phoenix Hawk side, I would also think about not getting the Hero Mechs. I would probably get the Phoenix Hawk. Which one is it? The one Bravo? Nope, that's the wrong one. The Phoenix Hawk 2, because that thing runs with ECM, could run AMS, and you can run something like 5 medium pulse lasers and an ER small laser, XL engine, and ECM. Nice mech to play. Very fun. Gundam style. Shadowcats, just get the Shadowcat Prime, and then just use mix and match for the parts. For the Shadowhawks, well, there are a couple of interesting variants. The Grey Death, if you're a true Shadowhawk fan, yes, but it's okay, I guess, but not insane. The 2K is interesting if you like missile brawling as well as energy weapons. If you have the which one am I talking about here? No, the 2 Delta, I believe, was the one I was talking about, with 10% cooldown, because that thing can run ballistic and missiles. Yeah, so this is for brawling. SRM4s here, for example, an AC10 or an AC20 up top. And then there is the 2, which one is it? The 2H? 2D2? I'm not finding what I'm looking for. It could be the 2K, actually. Let's go to the mech lab real quick to make sure that's correct. Yeah, so the 2K Shadowhawk allows you to have insanely high mounted weapons. So if I just remove 2 weapons here, just add 2 ER small lasers right here and just go to the camo, you can see immediately this mech is very nice for peaking above ridges. So Shadowhawk 2K, if you want to go for high mount peaks on energy weapons, you can run like 3 large pulses on this. It's actually quite fun. Moving on to the Stormcrows, I would recommend, if you want to get one, just get the Prime or get like any old variant and then use the Omnipods to mix and match. Trebuchets, the Loup de Guerre hero mech, is a lot of fun. I run it regularly. Really nice to run with MRM 30s, for example. A lot of fun to play. There are also the 7K is also really nice. Has a really nice cooldown reduction. Or you could find, like, literally just have a look through the quirks and buy whatever you want. 7K and Loup de Guerre are my favorites. Uzil, well, you don't necessarily have to get the Belial, sorry, but you can, if you like MRMs or SRMs on the Uzil, you can go ahead and get the Belial, have these super high mounted weapon slots, and you can go like 2 MRM20s and lasers, or 2 30s maybe even, and just have like some small lasers, or just go with 2 30s and jump jets. So that can be a lot of fun to play. Other than that, there is also the, I believe, 6P that can run a lot of energy weapons. Yep, so the 6P is definitely a nice one if you want to run like 6 medium pulse lasers, for example. Vapor Eagles, well, Vapor Eagle 1, triple ERPPC, really, really nice mech. These are all battle mechs, so you have to buy all of them if you want them. There's also Vapor Eagle 3 for potential nice builds. You can run a pretty mean brawler build on the Vapor Eagle Alpha. I'm just saying, it's gonna be a beautiful 55-tonner that can run an LB20 and SRM6s. Yep. It is that ridiculous. It's clan technology, boys. It's clan technology. Vindicators, not very strong. St. Ives Blues is a nice, cool-looking mech. You can run MRMs and some lasers with it. Not bad. There are also some Vindicators who are quirked out the wazoo for PPC velocity and heat generation, like the double alpha. But yeah, just have a look at those. The Vipers, yeah, once again, Omni-Mech, just pick whatever you want. The Vulcans, 5T is the one you want. This, I believe, is the best one. 5 energy weapons, 5 medium pulse lasers, and you're set. Super hard to hit, super mobile, super fast. A lot of fun to play this mech. And on the Wolverines, you can get the Quarantine if you want, but also the not the 6K, the 7K, triple SRM6 with Artemis, super strong as well. Can twist very quickly as well. There are also a couple of them in here that can run MRMs as well. And if you combine the MRMs then with a mask, and I think it is maybe the 7 Delta. Yeah, the 7 Delta can also run masks, so you could run like double MRMs and a mask in here, but you will have to lower the size of the MRM launchers to account for the weight of your mask system. Moving on to heavy mechs, we have the Archer Tempest, a lot of fun to play. I recommended Archer if you want to go Archer, because this thing can run ECM. On the Black Knights, a lot of them are actually fun to play. The Partisan, I'm not a huge fan of that thing. It can run, it's the only Black Knight that can run missiles and or ballistics, but still, I mean, paint job, amazing, but not a huge fan of that. There are other Black Knights that I consider more fun to play, especially the, which one is this? I think it's the 6 Bravo for the energy heat. Yeah, it's definitely the 6 Bravo. Yep. Or you could go with the 7 KNTL just for the sheer amount of base armor. Cataphracts. If you like cataphracts, Muromet's Hero Mech is definitely very interesting because it has 3 energy and 3 ballistic hardpoints, so you can make some fun builds, like for example the Muromets we saw in a video lately. There is also the Cataphract, I believe 0 XP. This thing can run ECM and then maybe like an AC20 and 4 medium lasers, so that's a nice surprise brawler. On the catapult side, the Jester is always worth a buy, highly recommended. Fun mech, it also has one of the coolest paint jobs ever. If you don't want to get the Jester, the K2 is also pretty strong for both for energy builds and PPC builds. There's also the, which one is it? Let me just check this real quick. Charlie 4, nope. Alpha 1, nope. Charlie 1, nope. So it is definitely the K2. Interesting mech to play. Then on the champion side, Invictus, I would not recommend. Looks cool, but not that good. The 1 and 2 is quite interesting. Heavy Gauss Rifle and 5 medium lasers, for example, and you will have a lot of fun. There is also the 2N, for example, where you can do like a triple rack 2 build. Dragons, well, do we need to say more? They're dragons. None of them are insane. They're not horrible. Definitely not horrible. But yeah, they're dragons. It's basically a fat commando. So dragons, fat commando. Same firepower. Ebon Jags. If you like the Ebon Jag gameplay and you want to have extra C-bills, you get the Esprit de Corps. It has a really, really nice paint job, and then you just mix and match parts from other Ebon Jag mechs. For example, the missile bunny ears, or you could grab like the high laser bunny ears, or the, of course, Dakar up here bunny ear, and combine that with the Esprit de Corps Dakar bunny ear on the other side torso to have both super high mounted torso weapons. Grasshoppers. Well, the Mjolnir, not necessarily needed. Cool paint job though, but not necessarily needed. Just grab whatever you like here. We have the 5H, for example, that was given away for free not too long ago. Really, really solid mech and a lot of fun to play. Large lasers, for example, and medium lasers, or ER larges, ER mediums. You can do a lot of combos with that. We've done a lot of cool matches in Grasshoppers. Hellbringers. If you like Hellbringer gameplay, get this one, get the Virago. Reason being, because you get 30% C-bills bonus, and then you just, once again, Omni-Mech, you mix and match the parts, and build a standard laser boat. ECM, of course, is in here as well. For the Hellfires, the Void is like a smaller, slower, less dangerous Death Strike. You can make a pretty fun build with this thing, so if you're into something unique that not a lot of people play, Hellfire Void, definitely interesting to look at. If you don't like that, have a look at the Hellfire, which one is it? It's either the Alpha or the Beta. I think it's the Alpha. You can go Gauss Rifle and SRM6 with Artemis. It's actually quite ridiculous, and it also has Mask equipped. Unless I'm lying. Which I'm not, it has Mask. Perfect. See, I'm not that old yet. Hallelujah. Moving on to the Jäger Mechs. Firebrand looks cool, has a couple of nice builds that you can do. There's also the Jägermech Double D, and that thing is really, really nice for long-range position holds. 5 AC2 is the build you want to go here with. Linebackers, you don't need the red line, not recommended, but you can just get the linebacker prime or whatever, and once again, mix and match the parts. Super strong, fast pushing mech, very durable, and with SRMs, very, very creepy, especially in bigger numbers. Mad Dogs, same story. You could get the Bandit if you want to have the Dakar side torsos. These are unique to the Bandit. Otherwise, you could also look at, for example, the Revenant, also not a horrible mech. But otherwise, just buy one for C-bills and equip it how you want. Marauders, Bounty Hunter 2, recommended buy. A lot of fun. Heavy Gauss Rifle, 6 medium lasers. You will be set. If you just are looking for a normal Marauder to buy, the Marauder 3R does triple rack 2 very well. The 5 Delta is the one I would... Yeah, you can also get the 5 Delta. You can run 2 times the missiles in the left torso, and that also comes with the ability to run a jump jet, so that is actually pretty cool. There should be one that can run ECM, but I don't know if they're selling this one currently. Yep, so that would be the Marauder 9M. That's actually the better version over the... Can it jump jet? Okay, it can't jump. Can it jump? Can it fly? No, it cannot fly. Okay. But this one has the ability to equip ECM and left side or right side missiles. So depending on what you prioritize, if you want to go with jump jets, you go with the 5 Delta. If you don't need jump jets, if you want to have ECM, go with the 9M. That's a strong build as well. Nightgyre, you could go for the Jade Kite for some unique hard points, but other than that, just take whatever and make sure you grab the ECM hard point. It is a side torso, I believe, of the Charlie variant, Hotel variant. There we go. Novacat, nothing crazy here. If you like Novacat gameplay, just grab any old Novacat and use Omnipods. Orion's Protector, fun mech to play. You could go MRM40, LB20 or something like that. Cool design, very unique design. I like to play that a lot. The other Onions are also not bad, but the Protector, I think, is the best one of them. For the Orion 2Cs, Orion 2C Alpha, I believe. Yeah, that is the mech you want. LB20 and Quad SRM6. Super, super strong brawler. The Scale Hero mech, really nice design, but not that strong. So if you want a challenge, maybe think about that thing. But yeah, it's mostly there for looks. Quick Draw, IV4, one of the best mechs in the whole game still. So if you don't have it yet, pick it up, 50% off. The other mechs are just crap. Rifleman, Legend Killer is an interesting mech, interesting hero mech with lots of story in the lore. Fun to play. Dowbreaker, also not too horrible. Other than that, you can have a Rifleman, for example, with 6 energy weapons. It can be a lot of fun to play, and you don't see that many out there, unfortunately. Quite recently, we did a Rifleman with 6 light PPCs. I believe it was actually this one. So yeah, not bad. Rifleman 2C. 2 things to look at. The Rifleman 2C normal version. This thing can shoot 4 Clan Nudge pulse lasers at the same time, no ghost heat. So that is really, really nice. And the Lord of Medium Heavy Mech long range is the Rifleman 2C2. That thing, 6 Clan AC2s, very small engine, no jump jets, no nothing, just stuff it full of ammo. The Mushroom of Doom, a lot of fun to play. Roughnecks, well, Roughnecks, powerhouse, super good brawler, I love it. SRM6s plus AC20, really, really nice brawler, really nice design, highly recommended. Reaver, well, you can take it for like the high mounts in lasers and whatnot, but it's not that good. Other models that would be playable or definitely usable, for example, include the 1 Charlie or the 1 Bravo with these high mounts that you can use for MRMs. Summoners, same thing as always, just grab any old and use the Omnipods. You could, for example, use it for PPC builds. They're quite mobile and twisting, and a lot of people like them for PPC builds. Sun Spiders, well, you can do some interesting Sun Spider builds with missiles, with ECM as well, like ATMs, streaks, and ECM. What I liked a lot was the Vanguard. You could do like ACs and the PPC, or the Manual. 5 energy hard points, really nice, cool looking skin. And what you do is you slap 3 EPPCs on there. You have ECM as well. You can grab that from another mech part. For example, from the, which is it? Alpha, Prime, Bravo? Nope. 3rd chance? Nope. 4th chance? It's from the Delta. So the Delta one has the ECM in the left side torso. Alright, so you can grab that, for example, for your Manul, and you have a PPC boat, 3 PPCs, nice long range, and you're also covered with ECM as a bonus. Thanatos. The Hangover, fun, quite unique mech, lasers, and missiles. But if you're looking for a Thanatos, just a Thanatos to play, maybe have a look at, which one was it? Nope, that was not it. That looks more like it. That would be 5P or 5T. I would probably go with the 5T and just go like 2 MRM40s, and you have the ECM to keep you safe. Other people just really enjoy the 5S for the ability to run 2 Gauss rifles in the side torsos and then go stealth armor. So if that sounds like your thing, then maybe have a look at that Thanatos. Thunderbolts, the 5ST, fun mech to play. The top dog, really fun mech to play. 9 energy weapon hard points plus AMS slot. Definitely not something to trifle with. Nice pinpoint damage, also nice paint job. So that's one of my favorites as well. Timberwolves, there was one for free lately, so I'm not going to cover that. The Warrant, I would not recommend to buy. It has a nice unique skin, but the Timberwolf is plagued by the problem that if you want to go for double Daka on Timberwolves, you can get the Warrant arm and then the other arm on the other side, but they're going to be so far apart that you can't even hit the broadside of a barn. Convergence issues are huge with this. Warhammers. Okay. Warhammers, where do I start? Black Widow, recommended buy, one of the best mechs in the game. Warhammer Black Widow, definitely recommended buy. And then there is a Warhammer that can run ECM, that would be the 4L. MRM up top, and medium lasers, super fun mech, also super strong. The Warhammer 7S, also not too bad. There's also a Warhammer that can actually jump jet, if I can find it for you. I believe is it the 9 Delta? Yeah, 9 Delta, yep. Energy weapons plus jump jets, so that can also be a lot of fun to play. On the assault side, guys, we're finally here. Annihilators. If you're getting one Annihilator, get the Annihilator 2 Alpha. Really, really strong Daka mech. The 1X is also pretty good, and the Mean Baby Hero mech is a beast. For example, with MRM 120 or Dr. Brawlenstein, 4 SM6 Artemis, and 6 medium lasers. And it doesn't sound like much, but the fact that you can shoot like 3 or 4 alpha strikes before you start overheating is insane. It's a brutal brawler. Atlas. Atlas Delta, recommended by. Atlas K for double AMS, recommended by. Boar's Head is interesting, but only gets structure instead of armor. If you want to buy a hero mech, get the Kraken. That thing has, I believe, the most armor in the whole game. Awesomes. Well, the Awesome 8Q PPC family heat skill limit +1. If you want to go triple heavy PPC, this is the mech for you. You could also go triple ER PPC, of course. And then other interesting mechs, the 8T, I believe, would be interesting for LRMs, but that's not the correct one I'm looking at. I'm looking at the 8R. Yeah, that's the LRM mech. For LRM 15s, you can do a lot of damage with that. Banshees, also really, really good mechs. You should probably look at the Banshee 3M. That thing, we've done that with 6 large pulse lasers or 5 large pulse lasers. Really, really fun mech to play. Definitely worth checking out. The hero mechs are not that insane, so I would not necessarily recommend them. The 3E, for ballistics and for energy hardpoints, a little bit weird to play. I rather recommend to get the 3S if you like Banshees, because that thing has a lot of weapons in the side torso, so really good convergence. You've got a ballistics hardpoint in the left side torso, sorry, and then the missile hardpoint in the right side torso, plus all the energy weapons can make for some pretty powerful brawling and medium range combat. Battle Masters, once again, Hellslinger hero mech, not that much recommended. The 1G is pretty good. You can make a couple of really nice builds with the Battle Masters. 1 Delta, not so much. The 1S, also not recommended. 3M, yeah, it's also not the one you want. I think you want the 1G and you want the 2C, maybe if you're gonna go double AMS, if that's your thing. But yeah, the 1G is probably your best bet for like long range builds. I'm talking like 5 large lasers or maybe 6 large lasers, that kind of build. Blood Asp, Rancor, if you want those missile hardpoints, those missile pods, definitely get the Rancor. If you enjoy Blood Asp gameplay, buy the Rancor now, 50% off. Other than that, just get any old Rancor, any old Blood Asp. Just make sure that you get that CT with the ECM from the Alpha, and then you can mix and match with any kind of side torsos. You could go, for example, for 4 UAC 5 and a UAC 10, or you could go for 2 UAC 10 and a UAC 20. Lots of builds that the Blood Asp can do. You can also go for ERPPCs in one side torso. Chargers. Charger number 7, I always said this mech is crap until I had an epiphany and we tried it out. So since then, I actually like Charger number 7. Super tanky mech, very, very strong in terms of structure. This thing is comparable to a Corsair in terms of tanking capabilities. So Charger number 7, jump jets, nice speed, and has the ability to run a total of 6 energy weapons only. So not that powerful in firepower, but it can take a punch, and it has one of the most outrageous paint jobs in the game. If that's not your thing, then Charger A1 if you want to go energy weapons, or the Charger 1A5 if you want to go something like MRMs and Gauss Rifle, or you could go something like UAC 20 and then SRMs. That is definitely on the table. Corsairs. If you are a missile hater, Corsair 7A, that is the Iron Dome 4 AMS slots available. And then you can combine that, for example, with light PPCs or ER PPCs and light Gauss rifles for sniping, or RAC-2s, or UAC-10s and medium lasers. There are so many combinations available. The Corsair Ravager has a really, really cool, nice paint job, but I don't really see that many out there. Corsair Broadside is also not too horrible, was given away for free at some point. Has a really, really nice paint job as well. But the Corsairs, definitely have a look. They are very, very tanky, especially in the structured department. Now, Cyclops. Once again, must buy Cyclops Sleipnir, one of the strongest mechs in the game. You've seen me play it a lot of times, so if you have any questions about the Sleipnir, just hop on over on our Discord. 11p if you want to go ECM with a Cyclops, and if you like missiles, have a look at the 10Q. You can run 6 SRM6 and an SRM4 on that thing, or you could run streaks and really make light mechs days miserable. So a really, really nice Cyclops, very underrated. Direwolves, well, if you like Direwolves, just get the Prime or whatever, because once again, Omnimech. You can run this, for example, with Gauss rifles in the arms, plus medium lasers and large pulse lasers. Very, very powerful, very scary pinpoint mech. And of course, the king of long-range combat, the undisputed king, Direwolf Ultraviolet 8 AC2. The Executioners, well, you don't need the hero mech that much unless you want to run something like ATMs with a Chirby. Then you can use those to run 2 ATM-12s up top and then some small lasers. But other than that, just get the Prime or whatever and run it, for example, with 2 PPCs and then a big mix of small lasers and micro lasers. Fafnir, one of my favorite mechs, the Wrath, if you want to have an insane firepower alpha strike, 1 out of 10 alpha with Gauss rifle, heavy Gauss rifle, lasers, and MRM 40 right here. You could also stuff up to 4 missile launches into the Wrath. Very, very powerful mech, and also has a really outrageous paint job. I love that thing. If you just want to get a normal Fafnir, get the Fafnir 5. This thing, once again, ECM, has the ability to run a nice Dakar in the side torsos, so UAC 5, UAC 10 build plus ECM, not a problem on this mech. And if you want to go for a little bit more firepower, if you want to just go use heavy Gauss rifles, then the Fafnir 5 Bravo, that's your thing. 2 heavy Gauss rifles and 5 medium lasers, and you're set. For the gargoyles, the Kinwolf is not bad, has a nice paint job, but if you don't want the hero mech, if you don't play gargoyles that often, just get any old gargoyle. There is one thing to remember though, there is one gargoyle that has 2 hard points in the CT, I believe it's the Delta, let's check this out. Yeah, so if you get any old gargoyle, get the Delta, because that allows you to have 2 lasers in your CT, and then use Omnipod parts to kill it out. Hatamoto Chi, well, that's kind of a weird one. It's not really a standout mech, you don't see it out there as much. Maybe think about the 28 TR, you could do something like MRM 40 plus some medium lasers, and of course you have ECM on top of it, and it also has jump capabilities. Highlander, now, heavy metal. Fun mech to play. You could run it with a Gauss rifle and then MRM60, for example. Has a really, really unique paint job and a unique warhorn. The only mech that has a completely unique warhorn for itself. Also super tanky. All the Highlanders are super tanky, easily misjudged. These things are as tanky as an Atlas, almost as tanky. Highlander 2Cs, you don't see that many out there. Think about the Highlander 2C Alpha. That thing can shoot triple clan ERPPC. Alpha Strike without Ghost Heat, or if you want something fun to play, something cool, look at the Keeper. You can run 2 Gauss rifles with this thing and 4 SRM6 Artemis. Really cool and nice brawler. On the King Crab side, the Kaiju is definitely worth picking up if you enjoy playing King Crabs. Big, slow mech, of course, easy to hit, but can pack a punch, for example, 3 large pulse lasers, 3 medium lasers, and heavy Gauss rifle. Or you could have MRMs up top here as well. If you're just looking for a normal King Crab, get the King Crab 000. That is the mech that we used a couple of videos ago. AC2s and RAC2s, or 6 AC2s or 6 Ultra AC2s. You can do a lot of Dakar builds with King Crabs. On the Kodiak side, if you enjoy mask gameplay and brawling in a big strong mech, then go with the Spirit Bear. It has been buffed a little bit with the recent changes. LB20 for SRM6 Artemis. You're gonna have some fun. This bear just needs some hugs. If not, maybe think about the Kodiak 3. It's gotten a little bit better with the recent changes. It's still not where it needs to be, in my opinion, in order to beat out or be equivalent to the Mad Cat. as far as the Dakar abilities are concerned, but this thing, UX 5, UX 10, is a timeless classic. Moving on to set Madcat Mark II. If you enjoy Madcat Mark II's, Death Strike is a must-buy, really, really strong mech. Lasers plus Gauss rifles, for example, or UX 10s and Gauss rifles, or UX 10s and PPCs. You can do a lot of builds on this thing. It's a lot of fun to play. Madcat Bravo was given away for free a couple of weeks ago. Really strong mech. UX 5 and UX 10 is probably your best build, but you can also get some missiles on there or some energy weapons. Nothing is stopping you from that. The Marauder 2 is a little bit of a lemon. Huge mech, but no ability to put too many weapons on there. The Alpha has a really nice, unique paint job. You can do that thing, for example, with some Dakar, or you could put some MRMs in there, or like 4 Rack 2s. You can do a couple of nice builds, but overall, all the Marauder 2s, in my opinions, are lemons, except the 4 HP, which is a lemon that has a bite. This thing can run 9 missile hardpoints, so Streak 52 or something like that is a possibility, but of course you have to get very close, and it's very difficult to make this thing work, especially in today's meta where everything is shooting you with PPFLD from like 1,000 meters away. Marauder 2C, you can have a lot of fun with that. The Scorch is a brutal brawler. LB20 is an SRM4, so LB20 is SRM6, brutal brawler. Other variants that are interesting, I would say, I mean, once again, what we have here are battle mechs, be careful. So you can charge the engine, that means you cannot change the side torsos, for example, or the arms. You can have like Marauder 2C, it's just a normal, nice laser boat. If you're looking for something interesting, maybe look at the 2C Alpha. And this thing, for example, can run with UX 5s and then PPCs. Just make it like a one-sided mech, like 3 UX 5s and then 2 APPCs on the right side, use the left side to tank. You can have a lot of fun with builds like that as well. Moving on to the Mauler. Mauler 2P can be very, very brutal. You can run something like 6 medium lasers and 2 heavy Gauss on there. Will definitely maul. And if you don't want that, maybe Mauler MX90, the Mauler of Love. AC2 builds are possible on this thing, or just do 8.5 builds. You can have a lot of fun with those as well, but Mauler generally not one of the stronger assault mechs. Same thing goes for the Nightstar. If you enjoy MRM gameplay, MRMs, Wolf Phoenix, MRM 120 can be a lot of fun. There's also a Nightstar that has a unique quirk for Ultra AC20s, which would be the 9S. This can Alpha Strike WX20s, but as you can see, this mech is wider than a barnyard door, so you can imagine what kind of convergence you're going to have on medium or light mechs with this kind of weapon system. So if you're shooting that on lights and mediums, if you have to aim in front of your target, make sure to only shoot one at a time, which kind of defeats the purpose of having that freaking quirk in the beginning, right? So moving on, there's also an option for going with a nice sniper mech, the 10P, because that thing has, is it the 10P? Sorry, let me, oh, it's the 9J, sorry. The 9J has Inner Sphere ERPPC heat skill limit +1, so you can go triple PPC, triple ERPPC, and 2 light Gauss rifles. No ghost heat. So that could be a nice sniper. That would be something to try out as well. On the Stalker side, Misery, always solid, a lot of fun to play. Also, of course, Stalker 3F, very, very strong. But secret tip would be the Stalker 3FB, 3F Bravo, 6 medium lasers and 2 MRM30s. Brutal brawler, brutal medium to close range mech, and has ECM to actually stay a little bit safer. Then comes the Supernova. The boiler is interesting. You can run like triple SRM6 Artemis and then 2 UX20s. Once again, a quirk for UX20, heat skill limit +1. But as always, wide mech, hard to make those UX20s stick. If you're looking for a Learn boat, the Supernova Alpha has you covered. You can just learn to your heart's content here. Oh, by the way, speaking about Learn boats, I forgot to say one thing. On the Bloodasp side, of course, you can make a Lerm 95 boat. I will let you guys figure that out, or just watch one of my older videos. Okay, almost there. Victors. Victors are a little bit of a special kind of mech. You don't see that many out there. They used to be really good brawlers, especially the Dragon Slayer with its insane maneuverability. But ever since it has kind of fallen out of grace a little bit, maybe look at the 9 Bravo if the Victor sounds interesting to you. That should be triple hardpoints. Nope, I misspoke. There's triple hardpoints in the right arm. That was not what I was looking for. There is a Victor out there that will allow you to run triple ballistics. Is it the 9A1? It looks, it's the 9A1. There we go. See? almost. 9A1, you could run, for example, 3 AC-10 on that, plus some MRMs or whatnot. Definitely a fun mech to play. Okay, 3 mechs to go. Warhammer 2Cs, the Maul, right here. It is the Maul, right? That's the Maul, yep. You can go ballistic energy and missiles. So this thing could go like SRM6 and LB20s, for example. The bludgeon is not that strong. With the bludgeon, I would recommend you go PPCs. Nice paint job though. With the Maul, you can go like Gauss rifles right here, and then maybe some missiles and some medium lasers, or LB20s and some missiles. I will leave that up to you. On the Warhawk side, not recommending the hero mech, but maybe look at all the crooks available. Like the Charlie, for example, has energy heat and clearly PPC velocity. The Bravo has Narc beacon range. Yeah, you don't really want that if you want to go PPCs. The Alpha has a lot of crooks, but nothing that we would need right now. And the Prime, PPC heat generation 5% and 20% velocity. So it's between the Prime and the Charlie, but yeah, basically it's between the Prime and the Charlie for you. 4% heat, 12% velocity. And this thing, 4% heat, 20% velocity. So maybe go with the Prime. Check it out in peace. And then last but not least, the Zeus. Skokomish, if you want to go fast, this is the fastest assault out there. You can run a mask with that thing and then like SRM6s, but yeah, you're gonna be an 80-ton Griffin basically, running at 100 kph towards the enemy in an assault mech. It can be a lot of fun, but always remember that you are very fast and very easy to get carried away in this thing. Other than that, the Zeus are not that insane. They can be a lot of fun to play, but they're also hard to play because most of the weapons that are anything useful concentrate around the arms. Oof. Okay, well, that was a lot of mechs in overview. I hope you guys got a couple of pointers here of what you could buy and what could be interesting to you. Of course, this is just my point of view. The other people will have other points of view. And if you think that I missed something, put it in the comments below so people can pick it up. This sale is going until July 1st, so make sure you pick up your mechs in time and you are not sad in the end. As I said, once again, guys, mech base currently not on sale, unfortunately. So if you didn't pick up some the last time, maybe wait until they go on sale again. But those mechs are... That's a nice sale. I mean, literally everything is half off. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, so pick up what you want right now. Hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was helpful, hit the thumbs up button. And hey, if you want to support me in doing this full time, check out the options in the video description below. We currently have 22 people on Patreon. It would be nice to see a couple more. I'll see you later.